Ahoy mateys, it's Sioki, aka Gen68K. Today, in this late night, we are going to be doing some reverse engineering of High Seas Havoc on the Mega Drive Sega Genesis by Data East, if this thing ever would go through. Um, First and foremost, I'm using IDA Pro and also Dr. Mephisto's plugin that lets you see vector tables and all kinds of stuff, and lets you also use. I'm also using his modified Gens emulator that lets you debug and run the ROM in IDA. It's makes things 1,000 times easier. I'll make probably a video about his plugin eventually. It's a phenomenal thing. But anyways, let's get started. So I'm going to do some precursor stuff. Let me search for some basic ROM addresses. So let me do like or RAM addresses, sorry, I should say, for the player's X coordinate. Let's start with. So I'll choose in the RAM search, I'll do fast or set. Previous value is we comparing to, and I'm doing size 2 byte hex, and I'm going to do greater than. So I'm going to move a little bit and click search for the greater than. And I'm not going to go too far because I don't know if his X is, if he has both uh, a local and world coordinate X value or one or the other. So I'm going to not move too far where the camera moves itself. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to say less than. And then I'm going to go forward, greater than. And then I'm going to do go back, less than. And then I'm going to search equal. And I can now, I've already done this work, but you can deduct from these remaining RAM addresses and freeze them one at a time. Freezing meaning to make the value stay as it currently is. And I'm already did, as I said, I already did the work, and I already found that this DBBO is seems to be some kind of X value coordinate. So let me just start some notes here until I make it official and I transfer it. But something related to players X is what I'll put, right? And now let's open up gens, and uh, that's spoiler alert there. Um, I think I okay. So I set a read write breakpoint on that FFDB. Oh well, let me not do that. Let me set a what was it FFDBBO this address. Let me set a read write breakpoint here, and yeah, and continue playing. Okay, and just by that alone, based on former knowledge, and I did like a test. I see some variables here. I see FFDB B4, which is 4 bytes after FFDB B0. So that makes you think, okay, maybe there's 4 bytes for the X and 4 bytes for the Y. And then I see in this code it adds FFDB B0 to FFF6 D8. basically, and then it adds FF. Uh, D. Oh, sorry, I misspoke there. It moves basically. It moves FF the RAM address, the long word at FF F6D0 into register D0, and then adds the long word at FFDBB0 to the register D0, and then it moves the long word at FFF6D8 into register D1, and then it adds the long word at address FFDBB4 to the register D1, and then it runs this subroutine here at 4360. So let me set a PC breakpoint, aka a PC address breakpoint for 4360 here, and then let me step into. And so we know that um, D0 and D1 is basically our parameters or arguments for the subroutine. So it's adding D0 into FFDBC0 and D1 into FFDBC4. It's very sumptuous, but I was correct that what is happening here is that FF F6D0 is the, if I'm correct, the camera's world um, playfield coordinate, x coordinate, camera's x playfield x coordinate, and FF F6D8 is the camera's playfield y coordinate, and it's adding it to these two uh, RAM addresses FFDBB0 and FFDBB4 accordingly, which are the player's screen coordinates, which then which would equal the player's playfield coordinates, and then it signs them into these RAM long word addresses FFDBC0 and FFDBC4 accordingly, which are the player's playfield coordinates. So I did a test here, right? So I did the test. I wrote a basic Gens R57 shell mod Lua script that gets these values, and I test it basically. I set the x to so what it appears is, by the way, is so let me back up here real quick. Let me do a RAM watch. So these are long words as it's referenced them. So that's a so I'm just gonna write it, do it all out for you. So players screen X, players screen Y, and then camera screen playfield X, camera playfield Y, player playfield X, player playfield. Okay, so now if you look at these values, player playfield X is equal to player play screen X plus camera. Um, let me see here. Maybe not. Um, player screen X plus that would be 010. Let me just. Hmm. That's not right. Oh, I put this backwards. That's why. Player screen Y. I wrote these backwards. Player screen X. Okay. Player screen X plus. I'm checking to see if it's true that if it makes sense, if this logic follows that the player screen X plus the player's if the player screen X and Y plus the camera's playfield playfield X and Y equals the player's playfield X Y. So let me try this. So player screen X, that checks out, right? This value checks out, all good. Um, OOAD OOOO plus mm, 4B O O equals OOAD OOOO plus O4B O. Hmm. Oh wait, so would that be subtracted? No. Why is that not following logic there? Hmm. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that is right. What am I not doing right here? Oh, that's why I was doing the wrong one. Third. Okay. Think plus 04 03. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think my assumption is correct here. That I have all these variables now. I have the player screen X, the player screen Y, the camera's playfield X and Y, and the player's playfield X and Y. Um, I feel pretty confident here, so I'm gonna save this watch, Jen's watch, into um, yeah, into High Seas Havoc folder where I got all my stuff. All right, so with that now, that's pretty. That's okay now. Um, I got some decent RAM variables here. Um, so now I'm going to. Should I close it? Oh, like I was going to show you, I did a test here that basically took what I thought to be the player's screen X and Y here. So I'll just change it. Well, I don't know quite. I'm not sure yet. I'll be on the safe side. So I assume to be is the players X and Y, and um, this one here is what was I thinking? This one is the camera's playfield X and Y. So I think this. Let's put a note here real quick. Screen X. Yeah. So what I did is, let me confirm that real quick. Actually, yeah. Okay. So what I did is basically I took what is the player screen, X and Y. What I think it is still. I'm pretty sure it is though at this point. And I gather it on every frame as a long word, and then I shift it 16 bits to the right. Um, so first of all, what I think right now is going on is with um, this format, or at least some of them, is it's there's like a precision thing. The first 2 bytes of the upper 2 bytes are like like some kind of like, I don't want to say 16x 16 um, precision thing, but there's some kind of thing where it appears like that the bottom 2 bytes are um I don't know, very like precise or something. I don't know, it's weird for this to be a long word when for a screen coordinate, unless, I mean, they're making sub-pixel precision here. So I don't understand why, unless this isn't screen coordinates here, but uh, maybe it is some kind of 16 by 16 kind of precision thing where the upper is like the pixel and then the bottom 2 bytes are like sub pixel thing going on. I don't know yet. So what I did was a test basically. Um, so let me disable the character and let me run the script again. I don't know if you can even see it at this point. But basically, I took the screen X and Y coordinate as a long word and I shifted it 16 bits to the right because, yeah, because it's, you know, I think it's the lower part is just very sub pixel precision. And then um, I made that the X and Y, and then I did GUI pixel X, Y, um, and I don't know why it's not showing it at this point, but let me. Oh, it's my C comments. It's Lua comments, not C comments. Now it should. Yeah, okay. Now it works. So you can barely see it. So let me fix that real quick. Mm, you just make a big giant X. There you go. There you go. So that's what came up when I did the script. So it's showing now I can show the character again. Okay. So it's showing his coordinate there. Woohoo. Right. So now I feel pretty satisfied and pretty um, um, I feel pretty confident in what it is. So now I'm going to um, open up IDA Pro, start a new project. Now I'm going to import High Seas Havoc USA.bin. Oh my gosh. I might have to just I might have to pause this stuff and start a part two because I'm on a roll and I might screw it up. But I think I'm gonna finish up here, so I'm gonna just yeah. So it showed you that I started the doc important thing. I started the plugin, the IDA plugin, the awesome plugin from Doc Mephisto. Um, and then I have this debugger emulator set there so I could plug in so I can run it too. So I'm going to save the project and I'm going to I'll do I'll add the why not? I'll just add the RAM addresses here. So let me let me uh let me just take that script I just did and rename it. High Seas Havoc player screen X overlay. Oh, sorry, screen coordinate overlay example. I don't know. I probably will never need it, but it's all administrative stuff. Sorry for this. Okay. Let me just fix this real quick before I go on here. All right. Okay. So finishing up here, let me go back to um, this, so let me actually, I'll show you. I'm gonna run the game in the awesome plugin here. I still have Buzz. Okay, I still do have BizHawk open. I'll keep that open for a second. Let me run High Seas Havoc. Play. Okay. All right. So let me just run it through a little bit. As you can see, it's the emulator. I'm not going to get too much into it in this video to try and stay on subject here, but I'm just going to run the game a little bit, let it now it and then close it. So now when I go to these RAM addresses, it will see that their size, what they are. So I will rename this address here player screen X, and then this one player screen Y, and then let me go back to that. Actually, no. Just go to the watch. Camera, playfield X, and player. And then player playfield X, player playfield Y, and then let me save it. And then let me go back to that. Um, this is kind of interesting. This address here. So let me see what this is. Huh. Okay, nothing popping out. So whatever. Anyway, so that is the start of High Seas Havoc, a little reverse engineering process here, if you would call it that. This has been Sioki. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is part one. There's more to come, hopefully. I should have more to come on this game. But stay tuned, like, subscribe, and keep watching. Have a good day.